at Ripley. He was an outstanding defensive tackle, was a long-time law enforcement officer here in Jackson County. And his late father, proud of this young man, continuing the game that he loved so much.
Big kid for a freshman. Glad to see him up. Let's hope he's okay. Let's hope he can get back in on special teams, play some more tonight.
All right, Ravenswood ready to go to work here now, Kenny, with Owen Curtis, sophomore quarterback. Great IQ and saw a lot of action last season as a freshman. A look at a five-man front there for Ripley. And Matthew Phelps in motion. Turn and hand it off, and Jacob Burgess will get the call for the Red Devils.
You're going to see a ton of that tonight. This is a power eye set. They're going to run inside the tackle. They're going to run just off the shoulder of the tackle. This is not going to be a big high-powered offense. They're going to move the ball incrementally down the field. What matriculated down the field, I believe, is what Hank Stram called it. And that is what the goal is tonight, to try to wear down this Ripley defense a little bit, keep the ball, run the clock, keep it close.
All right, starting lineup sponsored by the West Virginia State Police. Formed in 1919, the West Virginia State Police is the nation's fourth oldest police organization. The West Virginia State Police want to remind you, drive sober or get pulled over. Here's a pass firing in the direction of Wyatt Burke. So trying to hit it big. Well, last week in the loss to Williamstown, Kenny, as we look at that Ripley defense, Varney, Durst, and Hall up front, Carter Neals, an outstanding prospect, a junior, Noah Casto, Cooper Merritt, Michael Vaughn, secondary good, Phil Yaw, Jenkins, and Parsons. This Ravenswood team took about 5 minutes off the clock against a very powerful Williamstown crew, and obviously, that's game plan for Matt Peary, shorten that clock tonight.
Well, they know that Ripley's going to stack the box, so why not take a shot? But you're not going to see much of that tonight.
Curtis hands it off and simply nowhere to go. Cooper Durst was there. Michael Vaughn in on the play as Burgess got the call. And, of course, they want to get Vannest involved. He had 11 carries last week. Vannest, however, such a good blocker. So it's going to be a punting situation. And Caleb Hupp, who played his first high school football game last week against Williamstown, did a really good job. He handles all the kicking duties for this Ravenswood Red Devil team. And he will get it into the hands of Chris Jenkins, who had a 65-yard punt return last week. But Bobby Richards III comes up with the tackle. There is a flag coming out.
There's a flag on the play. Tackle by Bobby Richards.
Indicating face mask. Looks like in the preliminary discussions. Let's see what they say.
Personal foul. Face mask. A penalty on the kicking team. 15 yards from spot.
A good hustle by Bobby Richards III, who had a good game last week, but unfortunately, it's going to be marked off against the Red Devils. Again, Grant Rhodes is our referee. Todd Lehue, the umpire, Jason Kay. The head linesman, the line judge is Brian Swan. Field judge Bob DeFrank. Side judge Nathan Fowler. And the back judge is Dave Fisher. Fisher, a former outstanding running back for Ripley. High snap to Tyson Pritt. But the senior quarterback dashes his way for good yardage on the opening play for the Vikings.
Well, he's 6'1", 195. So this guy is a physical player. He's obviously not afraid to run the football. Has some speed. Ripley has some weapons.
Hupp's punt was 35 yards. Second down here for Pritt. Going to let it fly and got a man, and good defense there. But out comes the marker, Wyatt Burke, guarding Connor Pritt as Tyson Pritt tried to hit his younger brother on the big play.
Well, that's a bang-bang play. I don't know if I like the call. The problem is he didn't turn his head to look for the football. He ran through the receiver, but the timing was just about perfect. But not turning to look back for the ball for the defender, you can almost guarantee when there's a lot of contact like that, they're going to call pass interference. I don't know if that's what they're going to call, but that's my bet.
Grant Rhodes will tell us.
Defensive pass interference, by the way.
Pass interference. Defense, 15 yards.
You know, if he turns his head, he's got a shot at that being a great defensive play. But he doesn't know when the ball is arriving. The receiver obviously has the advantage there, and that's why that gets called.
All right, so Pritt has a fresh set of downs here. Put the football at the 35-yard line. Jenkins wide to the bottom of the screen. Ethan Kay in the backfield, and they'll give it to Kay. And Ethan Kay with great yardage, churning his way to the 24-yard line, an 11-yard pickup and another Viking first down.
Not bad for a guy who started as a sophomore. Didn't play last year. Shows up again. I don't think he forgot how to play, Mark. He was one tackle away from breaking that one.
And here is Pritt taken down, number 11. Taken down by Ravenswood's Jacob Burgess from that defensive end position.
Well, he bobbled the snap again on the shotgun snap, and that disrupted everything.
Now Ripley collecting some first downs. Stay focused, don't drive. Distracted first down from the West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Program. Pritt looks, Pritt in trouble. Down goes Pritt. Back at the 42-yard line. Ravenswood bringing some heat here. And the tackle for the Red Devils made there by Chase Sook.
That was a coverage sack. Matthew Phelps, the DB, had great coverage on the receiver going down the right side, and that's why the hesitation was made on the throw.
Ravenswood came out warmed up in red jerseys, and they moved to the
I knew there was something different.
Black jerseys. All right, so now it is 3rd and 25. Pritt looking, rolling, firing, and the catch is made by Caleb Lawrence, and Lawrence will fight his way into the end zone. A flag comes out.
I think I'm having an illegal block. We'll see. But up where you had a coverage sack just a moment ago, that was a quarterback-created reception because the receivers were covered with his first looks. Everyone's covered. He stepped out, rolled out to the right side. That gave the guy a chance to break across the middle, wide open.
Cody Lawrence had a catch last week. His father, Mike, was a great player. Here you go, Kenny. Another look at it.
Everybody's covered. He's got a moment. Look at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, they're going to see that block in the back. Look like Carter Neal, tight end, got into the block. An unnecessary block because he was gone, but you're in the adrenaline in the moment.
The one and only Grant Rhodes with the call. All right, so Ravenswood did a nice job there on the pressure, and then Pritt able to roll out and finding Cody Lawrence.
Well, Ravenswood's pressure is coming across that even front. They're stunning and they're looping with defensive linemen and the linebackers. The cornerbacks are playing man-to-man, so there's no corner blitzes.
Brings up 3rd down and 8. Football at the 22. Pritt will float it out, and there's Carter Neal making the grab, the big tight end. And Carter Neal makes the catch and then is taken down. Bobby Richards, the 3rd, was there for the Red Devils, along with Cameron Patterson. Patterson, just a freshman. They really like Carter Neal. I mean, he's 6'6", 225, a junior. He's just gotten better and better. Big prospect. He's a great long snapper.
Huge game last week. Had a leaping interception where he jumped up at the line of scrimmage and grabbed the ball. He also had a fumble recovery, so just a very good start of the season.
All right, so Parker Keller had a 27-yard field goal a week ago. So a 36-yarder here, 36-yard attempt. Holder is Caleb Parsons. Knuckle ball, but bangs it through. Ripley on the board first here in this 89th meeting for the Hatchet. The Vikings on top of the Devils here in Ravenswood. Back inside, beautiful Spano-Taylor Stadium at Flintfield in Ravenswood. Hannah Klein with us tonight. Hannah with one of the two great mayors here in Jackson County, and this guy was quite the player back in the day, Hannah.
Well, I'm right here on the field with Mayor Josh Miller and former player here at Ravenswood High School. You have to tell me, looking into these stands, what does it mean being here right now?
To see this atmosphere back, the new field, the rivalry coming back as a player, it's exciting to see for the community, the county, Ravenswood, Ripley, everybody. So I'm just excited to be here to check this out. It brings back a lot of memories.
And I know we were talking about that earlier, that you actually played for the Hatchet. Does it feel like you're actually back here on this new field?
Yeah, I almost walked out there, but I'm a little older and a little heavier than I used to be, so I don't think that'd be a good idea. But there's a lot of memories out there, a lot of great coaches that shaped my life, and I appreciate all of them. And I think this is a great opportunity for Jackson County. We got a lot of things going on here, and I'm excited to see this rivalry back.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you, and Mark, I'll go ahead and send it back.
All right, Hannah, thank you very much. Josh Miller, one of the all-time great athletes here at Ravens. The thing about this, Kenny, he played football for the great Dick Sturm. He played basketball for the great Mick Price, baseball for the great Doug Parrish, and then went to college and played for the great late Cal Bailey. That's pretty good company.
Yeah, he's had good instruction throughout his athletic career for sure. Had a chance to, Mick came up and said hello for the game. Always good to see the legend. And he looks like, he looks like he's eternally 50 years old. He just looks fantastic.
So Keller with the 36-yard field goal. Give you the scoring summary here in just a moment. After we have another OVP Health kickoff, Keller puts his foot into it. This time it will be Burke. And Burke finding an opening, but then it quickly closes as Mason Filial comes up and makes the stop for the Vikings. Our scoring summary presented by Mark A. Hunt and Associates. And again, it was a 7-play, 71-yard drive. And the Vikings on the board first here following the Keller field goal, his second of the season.
It's no fluke. I think he had a 32-yarder last week or 26, one of the two. He had a nice field goal last week. He was also 3 for 5 as extra points, and the two he missed were blocked. So, quality kicker for Ripley.
And then one that was blocked, he took it in for a 2-point conversion.
Exactly.
All right, so Curtis and company for a second time here tonight in the battle for the Hatchet. And here's Phelps breaking free. Matthew Phelps takes it to the 28-yard line. Matthew Phelps, 5'10", 155, a junior. Didn't come off the field last week. Carried it 3 times, had a big catch of 17 yards. He wrestles, he plays track, or runs track, plays soccer, does it all. Another look here, Kenny, a little misdirection.
Well, they have a stable of running backs they can call on. All these guys are, very capable, very qualified. They're not afraid to go with any one of them.
Officially a 7-yard pickup. Curtis giving it to Vannest. And this is the guy they really want to get going, Kenny. Austin Vannest. They need production out of him. He's been the leader in the offseason since Matthew Peary took over the program.
And that's the exact play they want. That was into the gap just between the guard and the tackle. Straight running play. They're firing out. The Ripley, this is not a mystery to solve. Ripley knows what's coming, but knowing what's coming and stopping it are two very different things.
So stay focused, don't drive distracted. First down from the West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Program. Ravenswood working from the 34-yard line. Curtis in trouble. Ball is loose, and having to go back and fall on it will be Phelps. An unfortunate play there. Kind of blew up from the moment Curtis got the snap.
Well, it was poor execution, I think, at one point. Look here, you've just got to either eat the football. You can't be loose with the football. And he got hit early, but when you get hit, protect the football.
Sam Varney came crashing through there. Varney, his grandfather, Greg, was an outstanding basketball player here at Ravenswood. His father, Ryan, was a 2-time All-State basketball player here for Mick Price. And his first cousin, Joe, runs University of Charleston Stadium. Great family, coming hard and crashing down on Curtis. Noah Casto from the edge just buries Curtis.
It was untouched. Great rush from the right side, and that's on the quarterback's blind side. He just had no chance.
And Ethan Kay, the linebacker, played a great game last week there. He is number 8. outstanding wrestler. And Ravenswood now going backwards here, Kenny.
Well, and this takes them out of their game plan, obviously. This is not a big strike team. This is the down and distance is just not favorable to what they want to do.
3rd and 30. Curtis from the gun, and down he goes. Carter Neal will take him down. Kay was there. I believe it was Kay who made that stop. Ethan Kay. They graded it out last week, and Keller and Kay were the players of the week for the Vikings. And now Hupp, who did a nice job last week in the kicking game, he's going to have to punt from his own end zone. Long snapper is Vannest.
Those guys on that Ripley line are a load.
They are. They weigh about 233 average. Ravenswood 207, and this is a squib kick at line driver, and gathering it was Caleb Parsons, and Parsons goes down.
A little excitement there.
And Jacob Simmons coming up and making the stop. Simmons, 5'10", 150 sophomore, very young Ravenswood team. There's Parsons as he trots off. His dad, Matt, Athlete of the Year at Ripley. And
secure the football, boys. The other team wants to take it away from you.
So it's a 23-yard punt for Caleb Hupp, but the Vikings with excellent field position here at the 31.
And by the way, that wasn't a squib kick. That was a survival kick. He had no time.
Handed off to Casto for the first time tonight, and Casto will be wrestled to the turf. Good pursuit there by Bobby Richards III and Vannest. Vannest had 7 tackles in the game last week. Bobby Richards III had 7 as well. And Daniel Patton had 7 for the Devils.
Well, they've got 7 guys who are rotating at defensive tackle, and they've got athletic defensive ends. So this is a quality front 7 for Ravenswood. But will they be able to withstand the pounding? And also Ripley has the other weapon through the air.
Pritt keeping it. Pritt can run. Tyson Pritt will find the end zone. If there is a flag down again.
I was going to say that. And they have 2 things. 1, a quarterback that can do that. And 2, there's a flag down at the 30. When you have a quarterback that can run, Mark, there's nobody to account for the quarterback. If you don't have a quarterback spy, which Ravenswood isn't doing, that's a man that's, it's an extra man. And when you get outmanned with an athletic guy who can run, bad things are going to happen to you, and that's exactly what we just saw.
Ravenswood trailed Williamstown last week 33-0 at the half in that 47-7 loss. Ripley led its game with South Charleston, which didn't start until 10 p.m. They had a 38-0 lead at the break. Ravenswood gave up a 56-yard TD to Lincoln Joy, to Cooper Martin, and it just kind of got things going for the Yellow Jackets.
I can guarantee there'll be an interesting film session for Ripley after this game with 2 touchdowns called back because of penalties.
Cooper Durst, the wing for the Vikings. Here's Casto. He finds an opening, broke 1 tackle, gets away from another, and Casto journeys to the end zone. Third touchdown of the season. Our touchdowns this season are sponsored by the University of Rio Grande in beautiful Rio Grande, Ohio. There's something special about Rio. Here you'll find your place amongst friends and professors who want to see your success. Join the Rio family. Keller set to
have a flag,
attempt the extra point here, but something smells good. Kenny here in the air at Spano Taylor Stadium.
It's popcorn, Mark. We all know you want popcorn. We've got a plan. You're going to get popcorn at halftime.
All right. That's always a good plan. So Carter Neal is the long snapper. Kenny went to a lot of camps and really getting interest. He's just a junior and good wrestler. And he went to snapping camps. Caleb Parsons will be the holder. Keller, who also went to a lot of kicking camps. Trying to make it a 10-0 lead, and does.
And the extra point is good.
When you have two senior running backs, you've got savvy and instinct in the backfield. He just made two quick moves, popped it, and once he gets past the first wave of defenders, nobody there. That kick's going to get expensive because the ball is stuck on the roof. Keller has a good leg.
Vikings on top by 10 over the Devils when we come back on FNR. Tonight's closed captioning is exclusively brought to you by the Masters Law Firm, helping West Virginia's personal injury victims since 1974. What a beautiful shot there of this venue here in this historic town. With so much pride. 4 state championships, 1957, 1959, 1972 and 1976. Our scoring summary presented by Mark A. Hunt and Associates. Well, it was a 40-yard touchdown run, Kitty, but it was a 2-play, 29-yard drive.
That math doesn't work out.
Due to the penalties. All right, so Keller back to work here. OVP Health kickoff. From sophomore Parker Keller. Crow and Burke back deep for the Ravenswood. Here on just a jam-packed stadium. Burke hauls it in, lost it, and now he's going to have to come out of there with it, and down he goes.
And sometimes when you have a bobbled kickoff, the timing doesn't work out for you, and you get crushed by guys speeding down the field.
It was Jenkins.
A lot of carelessness with the football here in this first quarter.
Our stats tonight provided by attorney Pat Jacobs, who has over 40 years of experience successfully representing injured and disabled clients throughout the state of West Virginia. Ravenswood buried deep in its own territory here. Go back to work offensively. Curtis under center. His dad, Jake, on the coaching staff. And here's Vannest. Vannest had an opening for a moment. Fights for yardage, but Cooper Durst in there on the play.
Instinctively, I like what he was doing as a running back. With the hesitation to maybe cut back and find something, but the pursuit of the Ripley defense was too much. Just run straight ahead, young man. Get as much as you can, and then line up for the second down.
Burke comes out wide to the near side. Handed off up the middle. Jacob Burgess plows for a few. It was Michael Vaughn in on the stop there.
This is how Ravenswood will be effective, Mark. Off tackle, a popper right up the middle. They've got to keep down and distance in their favor. If they get behind the chains, it's not going to be a good result.
Third down and 1. Curtis will keep. And it would appear Curtis got the first down.
On the quarterback keeper, number 3, Owen Curtis.
It's not sexy.
First down.
You know, it's not exciting. It's a first down, keeps your drive alive. And, you know, you got to get off in the shadow of your own goalpost first before you can really do anything.
So, fresh set of downs for the Devils. Football at the 17-yard line. See if they can keep it out of the Vikings' hands for a while here. Ryan Burdett wraps up the ball carrier there. Burdett Jr., 310-pounder.
Well, great blocking on the front line. You know, they're running out of power eye, so they got by the first line of defenders, but nobody's touching, you know, the secondary line. And if you leave those guys to run wide open, they're going to get you. So there's got to be not only blocks at the point of contact, but you got to be leading that running back because he had no room to create.
Just a gain of 1, 2nd and 9. Handed off, and slipping through there is Burgess. Burgess will get it to the 22, about a 4-yard pickup there. Jacob Burgess, he runs the ball hard. He spent time on the offensive line, Kenny, so, you know, he knows toughness being an offensive lineman, and now in the backfield.
And those offensive linemen, when they get switched to the backfield, they love to run the football. I mean, it's something they've never had a chance to do.
Called 3rd and 4. Curtis with 3 backs behind him. Richards the third is back there, and here is Vannest, and just nowhere to go.
Well, that's manageable down in distance, 3rd and 4, but the entire right side of the line got caved in by the Ripley defense. Like, you know, when we know what we're doing and when you know what we're doing, then it's a matter of will and who's going to win the individual battles. And right now, Ripley's winning the majority of the individual battles.
Cody Lawrence coming up and making the stop, so that will have Caleb Hupp back in punt formation.
They put enormous pressure on him in the last punt. Let's see if they bring it again.
Lifting this one skyward. Jenkins will haul it in. Jenkins loses the ball, and the Vikings managing to get on it. Mason Filial falls on it. Filial's father, Brian, was an outstanding player for the Vikings, and his uncle, Jason, tell you what, a Ripley High grad who's done quite well in the play-by-play field, longtime voice of the Ironton Tigers.
I know Jason Filial well. Good friend for many years.
He's one of the best.
And does a great job with a great football program.
Had a chance to do some Marshall basketball with him a year ago, so real proud of Jason. All right, so time winding down here in this first quarter. Pritt will hand it to Casto, and Casto carves his way for a couple upended there. Bobby Richards coming up with the stop, and that will do it. We have played a quarter here in Ravenswood, and the Ripley Vikings invading in this battle of the hatchet, and they own the lead 10-0 as we head off to the second quarter in just a moment here on our Parmar Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week presented by Eyewitness Sports. Start of the second quarter, Big Sandy Superstore donates $500 to the home school for hosting Friday Night Rivals, and they are the one-stop shop for all of your home furnishings and appliance needs. Ripley with the football from the 47, and fake it to Casto. Here goes Pritt. Tyson Pritt on the run, still on his feet. A flag is down. Phelps finally runs him down inside the 5.
Unnecessary, unneeded. I believe it's a hold on the offense. We'll see. Unless there was some hand play going on with face mask or something. It looked like a possible hold on the leading blocker. Plenty to talk about in the film room for Ripley, even though they're up 10-0. Believe me, the coaches will point at these types of things. Unnecessary penalties that are knocking you out of so far to 2 touchdowns, and now out of a run that would have had you knocking on the door.
Holding. Offense, number 3. 10-yard penalty from Strong side.
Well, they'll get Jenkins. Hey, if Grant Rhodes wanted to form a team, I mentioned Dave Fisher, who's the back judge. He was 1,000-yard rusher at Ripley in Ripley's Hall of Fame. And Todd Lehue helped lead Grafton to a state championship. And Todd been in Jackson County for a long time. His son Luke was an All-American basketball player at Pikeville. So the great run by Pritt comes back to the 37-yard line.
Have to eliminate mental errors like that. I mean, it just crushes you when you have momentum. So far, it's not damaged them too much. Instead of 14, they've got 10, and certainly they can replicate it. But you've got to do better on big runs.
Pritt will get the snap and hand it off to Casto. Casto, boy, not going down easy. Like the old tearaway jerseys there, Kenny. Casto just kept fighting for yardage and taken down by Chase Sook.
Well, if he'd had a tearaway jersey, he'd been gone. The only thing they had him by was the jersey.
Gain of 4 on the play. Ravenswood with no offensive yards, Kenny, in the first quarter.
Well, they've been effective at times. They moved the football, but they've also had too many negative plays.
Tyson Pritt, second year as a starter for Ripley. Fakes it to Casto, shoots it in the direction of Carter Neal, who makes the grab. And Carter Neal takes it inside the 15-yard line. Tackle made by Brandon Crow. Maybe a touchdown-saving tackle.
You know what running the ball effectively does? It makes the cornerbacks back up. They weren't closing because they were scared to death of the run at this point because Ripley's been pounding it wide open in that slot.
Mentioned he was a good wrestler. He finished 5th in the state last year at 215. Cooper Durst is in the game. He was a state champ.
Simple pass, drag across the middle mark. It was beautiful.
Handed off to Casto, and Casto zigzagging for yardage, and Casto will take it into the end zone.
Another penalty. Although this could be, it's at the line of scrimmage, so unless it's offsides Ripley, it'll count. And they're backing up.
Well, they got they stayed focused.
Hold it.
So they got that stayed focused, don't drive distracted first down from the West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Program. Looked like they had a touchdown, but going to come back here. Boy, I tell you, Casto runs hard.
He does. He's a good player. I mean, the scheme, he was wide open on the left side. There was somebody within 4 or 5 yards of him when he made the cut up field. That was not the area of the hold. The hold did not have to take place on this side to break him loose.
Casto finding room on the right side, and Casto taken out of bounds over on the far side of the field. Daniel Patton bringing him down. Patton, the linebacker, played well last week against Williamstown.
That's just smart running. That play designed to go across the left side. He saw it was closed, cut back, and was wide open down the right side to the sideline. Very nice running by the running back.
There is the penalty situation tonight, Kenny.
Well, then the important stat you're not seeing, it's cost them 3 touchdowns that have been wiped off the board.
They are wrapped around here at Spano Taylor Stadium at Flynn Field. Hand it off to Casto, and Casto will work his way into the end zone for the touchdown. He was taken down by Patterson, but it was too late, and the Vikings have scored for the third time here in the game. Our touchdowns this season sponsored by the University of Rio Grande.
We want to reward the hard running. He just did a magnificent cut on the backside and got the first down, and you get close into the red zone, you give it to him to take the mail home.
Keller puts up the kick, and it is good. And Ripley with a 17-0 lead. Casto scores the touchdown.
Literally walking into the end zone.
The senior class is going around selling 50-50 tickets. 50-50, they're either for you.
Now this is a dangerous spot for Ravenswood, Mark. The defense has obviously been on the field a lot. Maybe getting a little bit tired, still early in the season.
Well, how about that cutie, Kenny?
Little Skippy's going to take that home. It's bigger than the trophy's bigger than the baby.
Tri-State Trophy, champions of the game trophy. The winner will get that tonight, and the coveted hatchet.
That kid wants to chew on that trophy more than anything. I guarantee it.
Love it.
You nub-dubs on the trophy.
Our scoring summary sponsored by Mark A. Hunt and Associates, the Canal Valley's premier personal injury law firm. 7 plays, 52 yards, 135 off the clock. Casto takes it in for Ripley, his second TD of the game.
So the point about Ripley being on the field, that's the offense. It's going to tire down the defense. Ravenswood, 17-0. They've got to have a sustainable drive here. They don't necessarily need to score. That would be lovely for the Red Devils. But they need to get something much more than a 3 and out, because Ripley is starting to feel it, starting to roll a little bit here. And there's plenty of time left, 10.5 minutes in this second quarter, where the damage could get much, much worse if Ravenswood doesn't put something together offensively.
Keller ready to kick it off. Ripley 148 total yards, 0 for Ravenswood. Stats sponsored by Pat Jacobs and the Jacobs Law Firm. Attorney Pat Jacobs has over 40 years of experience successfully representing injured and disabled clients throughout the state of West Virginia. Here's Burke with it. Burke slipping by one would-be tackler for the Vikings. That was Cameron Good. And Burke finally taken out of bounds.
So Burke does his job. The return team does its job. You get out beyond the 20. You're not pinned deep. Now, time to do a little business. They talk about this offense. It's this power eye offense. They're going to run it between the tackles. They're going to run it occasionally off tackle. They will mix in a throw occasionally to keep the defense honest, but that is not the bread and butter. This is now the time when you have to reestablish your will on the defense, chain some first downs together, make that Ripley defense work a little bit.
Chase Sook out over the football. Curtis will pitch it to Vannest, and Vannest finding a hole momentarily. Nice hard piece of running there by Vannest. Michael Vaughn takes him down. Vaughn had 29 tackles a year ago. 5'11", 220. He is a senior. Ripley 1-9 a season ago. Ravenswood 1-9. Both teams now under the direction of former players. Ryan Simon for Ripley and Matthew Perry for Ravenswood. Here's a handoff to Vannest. Let me tell you what, Kenny, I don't know about you, but I don't like to call plays in terms of being an official, but those were close to being face masks.
Yeah, they definitely missed 2 face masks. No, Mark, they weren't close to being face masks. They missed 2 obvious face mask calls on Ripley. I don't know if they were the big ones.
Well, they were dashing through there so quick. Varney made the tackle. Sam Varney, 6'1",
I don't think they were doing.
255.
They weren't doing so with ill intent, but it doesn't matter. Their hands are up in the face mask and they're grabbing a hold of it. You have to call that.
Owen Curtis will turn, give it to Vannest, and Vannest again had a little bit of room there, and then he is drilled by Chris Jenkins. And that's going to bring up 4th down here for Ravenswood.
You know, I know in the situation you're in, you say it's an obvious punt, right? Well, maybe not, because the coaching staff knows, they know much more than I do about what's going on. They've got to have some first downs. I'd say that timeout is a reminder to Ripley, don't jump if they come up with a hard count to try to get the first down on the penalty.
Ronnie Mullins, former Viking great, he's the defensive coordinator. So break in the action here. Ravenswood thinking about it. Ripley on top 17-0 in this 89th meeting of the Hatchet. Tonight's closed captioning is exclusively brought to you by the Masters Law Firm, helping West Virginia's personal injury victims since 1974. 4th down play here for the Red Devils.
I like the call if you go for it on 4th down. You get a 4th down about a yard. It shows confidence in your offense. From a coaching staff standpoint, maybe you get a hard count, you get an offside, you get an easy first down. If they still decide to go for it, they may bring the punter out. Let's see. No, they're going for it. I like the call. I know analytics would not say this is the right thing to do, but I think at this point in the game, it's the right thing to do.
Curtis turns, gives it to Burgess, and Burgess got shoved back.
I think he got it.
See where they spot the football.
Be very
Ethan
close.
Kay made the tackle.
Burgess on the carry.
And that is indeed a first down. Our first downs sponsored by the West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Program. Stay focused. Don't drive distracted. First down. Ravenswood keeps the drive alive. Good call, Kenny.
Better call by the coaching staff. I mean, you got a 4th and 1, on your side of the 35-yard line. Great call. Great execution. Get the first down.
Curtis turns, gives it to Vannest, and Vannest fights for yardage. And we've got a flag coming out. Vaughn had him around the ankles.
A little bit extra juice, I think, going on after that tackle.
And the way Vannest is applauding, this may go against the Vikings.
That's the juice I'm talking about.
We talked about that Ravenswood staff: Jake Curtis, Tyler Miller, Steve Williams, Jeremy Lawrence, who was a great running back here, Luke Patterson, Luke Murray, Mickey Gump.
A personal foul, get him in the business a little bit. Can't do that.
Ryan Simons with his first Viking coaching staff of Ronnie Mullins, Scotty Allum, Bradley Knotts, Nathan Heiss, Caden Keeler, Richie Goebel, Ben Hirschman, Luke Hall, Shane Casto. How about Nathan Heiss is on the Viking coaching staff? Bill Heiss, his dad, is the principal at Ravenswood. Well, at the 49, first down for the Red Devils. Vannest.
Ball carrier Vannest to about midfield.
And Vannest tackled there by Ryan Campbell, number 13 Campbell, 5'10", 155, a junior.
I won't say it's getting chippy, but it's a rivalry game. And the head official just had a quick talk with the Ravenswood player because, a little bit extra sauce going on after the whistle. Let's just end it at the whistle, guys, and go for the next one.
When you think about it, Kenny, these kids heard about Ripley Ravenswood for years.
Yeah,
and then they get up here and didn't get to play.
Well, they're getting a taste of it.
And what a scene it is here in Ravenswood tonight. Pitch it to Vannest. Vannest looking to throw. Vannest in trouble, and he will be corralled by Michael Vaughn.
The receiver on that was obviously, halfback pass option, and the receiver was triple covered. And Ripley had perfect defense on that.
Burke the wide out for the Red Devils.
It was a great decision by Vannest not to throw the football.
Brings up a third and 11 for Ravenswood.
So that will have the football at the 48. Third down and 11 here for Ravenswood. They got that first down, going for it on fourth. Curtis from the gun, and bad snap. Curtis must fall on it at the 39.
I'm not certain that that's not a penalty on Ravenswood. Everybody started but the center. So unless the ball hit the center's leg or there was something going on with the snap, that was totally discombobulated.
So Hupp will come in to punt.
More discussing is just to make sure everybody's got their head in the right place.
Vannest is the long snapper. Pressure comes, and Hupp, does a nice job kicking that one away. Ball's loose right into the hands of Phelps. Ravenswood has the football again.
Sometimes you make your own luck. It's hustling down on a punt. Great kick by the punter. We've seen some tentative at best receiving on kickoffs and punts so far tonight. Right place, the right time, Ravenswood football.
Matthew Phelps, a young man that Matt Perry said he never came off the field last week, and he's on the field there for that big play. Let's head down to Hannah Klein.
Get ready, Hannah.
Catch up with Hannah in just a moment. So Ravenswood, big break for the Red Devils here with 5:15 to go in the first half. Vannest hammers his way for some good yards.
Get a little positive vibes going. Vannest is a horse. Keep feeding him. No fancy toss it out and halfback option play right up the gut. Nice gain, 5 yards. You're cooking with gas now. You've had the ball close to 5 minutes. This is exactly the drive that Ravenswood needed.
It was a gain of 4. Ripley wants to talk it over, and Hannah, it is all yours.
Well, I'm actually here with Sergeant Allen with West Virginia State Police, and you're one of the sponsors for the very first time here for Friday Night Rivals. Why is that so important?
Well, we're recruiting now for our next cadet class, but more importantly, we like to support the youth of the state, and this is the best way to do it.
And with recruiting, why is that so important within the state?
This is a big year for us recruiting, and we're really pushing our campaign hard right now and trying to get the benefits out to people.
And I have to ask you that tough question. Who are you rooting for tonight?
I'm a Ripley Viking.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you. And Marco, go ahead and send it back.
All right, Hannah, thank you so much. Coming to you live here tonight, our special Thursday edition of the Parmar Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week presented by Eyewitness Sports at Spano Taylor Stadium at Flynn Field. Flynn Field for many years, and they honor the great late Jim Spano. Won 2 state championships. Died suddenly of a heart attack at the young age of 32. A few years later, in the late 60s, Fred Taylor taking over this program, and I mean, Fred Taylor got this thing cranky in Ravenswood. Just some wonderful teams. 50-year anniversary of the 74 team that went 10-0. Football at the 27. Hand it to Burgess, and Burgess runs into a wall.
A handoff to Burgess.
Not much there, Kay.
Well, at this point, you're minimizing damage. You're keeping the ball away from Ripley. Your defense is getting some rest. If you can get it in the halftime, I know it's 17-0, but that's manageable. This is the drive at exactly the right time for Ravenswood. Gutsy call, lucky bounce, get the ball. I mean, things have fallen their way on this drive. And again, they're approaching now 6 minutes of possession on this drive.
Owen Curtis, who was 6 of 12 last week, 112 yards and a touchdown. And he's going to throw it here. Looking for Bobby Richards at third, and Jenkins picks it off.
Well, that's an example of the young man was on his back foot, was pedaling, great pressure from the Ripley defense. That's one he should have eaten. Couldn't get anything really on the ball. Good coverage. The defender came right across the face. Watch this. He's backpedaling the whole time, throwing off his back foot. The ball floats up there, and that's just an invitation for an interception. Great defense. He cuts right across the receiver, makes the grab.
Curtis took a shot from Ethan Kay as he released that one. Jenkins is just an incredible athlete. Ryan Simon says he likely the best athlete on the team, and he can do a lot of things for this Viking crew. Looking to go 2-0 on the season here. And here's a bad snap, and Pritt will fall on it. Back at the 15. So Ravenswood got that big break on the muffed punt return for the Vikings, but could not capitalize.
I'm not going to call that drive a negative. I would say it was a net positive. Kept the ball away from Ripley. Ripley's had a bit of an adventure, I think, on the first snap, you could say. They're 80-some yards away. You got 340. This is manageable if Ravenswood could get off the field and get into halftime.
They lose 10 there. Here is Casto sweeping it to the right side. Casto gets by one. Phelps will slow him up. But it will be a Ripley first down.
That's not a look we've seen. That was a spread, and it's got to be terrifying for these cornerbacks on the left side for Ravenswood, because you see this guy barreling at you, and it's no blockers really. It's just him, but you've got to make a play. So that was a formation run there, and it was a nice play spreading out the defense.
16-yard gallop there for Casto, who will get the call again. And Casto finding room to the outside and dodging defenders, getting near midfield there. Finally taken out of bounds. Vannest got him out of bounds there, but another first down. Stay focused, don't drive. Distracted first down from the West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Program.
2 times in a row he's gotten out of bounds. It stops the clock. Plenty of time on this drive if he keeps doing that.
2 receivers to each side for Pritt. Casto in the backfield. Ryan Simon was offensive coordinator for Ripley before becoming the head coach. Pritt will dump it off to Casto. Plants the foot, and penalty marker comes out. Jessup Perry took him down. Cameron Patterson was there. Jessup Perry, 6 foot 340. Hold against the Vikings.
It's hard to say that Ripley's killing itself with penalties, because obviously they're leading 17-0. But penalties at the ends of these plays that have nothing to do with the outcome of the play, it's maddening if you're a coaching staff.
First down, 17. Football back at the 42. Handed off. Ball is loose. And Ravenswood, I believe, has it.
Good second effort by Ravenswood. The first couple of guys didn't get their hands on the football, but had enough Red Devils jumping in there that they steal away the possession.
Parker Keller got the handoff going in motion.
Watch this. Guys, you gotta fall on the football. Now get the foot. Get the football, guys. It's just stay there.
We'll take a break here. Ravenswood back with the ball, trying to take advantage of a Viking turnover. Tonight's streaming sponsor is brought to you by Jan Deals. We won't take no for an answer. Third down and 9 here.
Slipped a couple of plays on us while we were in break. Short gain by Vannest, and then beautiful pass to the sidelines. The receiver just ruled out of bounds.
Yeah, Burke, who had the big game last week, just about hauled it in. Ball resting at the 42. Chase Sook out over the football. Well, the Vikings have the 17-0 lead. Ryan Simon not going to be happy with the penalties.
No, it's really the worst part of the game so far for Ripley. They're playing well on defense. They're making some great plays on offense. Just silly penalties away from the football, which have cost them 3 scores. You know, hard count from Ravenswood. Kudos to them. They pulled them offside. You have to get the feeling that Ripley's a little frustrated with the fumbles, and they're anxious to get in there and stop them. And that was a good time for a hard count, and they caught him for 5.
Big Sandy Superstore donates $500 to the home school for hosting Friday Night Rivals, and they are the one-stop shop for all of your home furnishings and appliance needs. Third down and 4. Football at the 37-yard line. First-year head coach Matt Peary, graduate of Ravenswood High School in 2015. Last time Ravenswood was in the playoffs, he was playing for the Devils.
Got him again. And the helmet's off. That's unsportsmanlike. That young man's going to have to take a break. He's obviously frustrated, banging his head into the helmet. Is that Ryan Greathouse? Ryan Greathouse, a little frustrated. Let it get away from him. You have to keep your composure, young man.
So the Devils keep things going. Thanks to another encroachment and then the dead ball.
You have to keep your helmet on. Yeah. Helmet comes off, that's an automatic. And then throw some lip in, that's just a little sauce for the goose. You can understand the frustration, but you've got to keep your composure, especially when you're up 17-0. This is a big opportunity for Ravenswood, the best they've had thus far in the game.
Yeah, stay focused, don't drive distracted. First down from the West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Program via the penalty. Ravenswood in the Glenville State University red zone. Pioneer your future at Glenville State University. Vannest slipping his way through a high traffic area.
Speaking of the Governor's Highway Safety Program.
Sam Varney in there.
On the stop, 7 Rose.
On the stop, Davin Rose has entered the game for Ripley, 6 foot 170, a senior.
On the Viking 15-yard
Ripley did
line.
not start its game with South Charleston last week until 10 p.m.
Yes.
This is an early kickoff for the Vikings.
It is. That was a hard-fought 2 yards by Vannest.
Burke going in motion. Burgess the fullback. Vannest is the running back. He'll get the pitch. And Vannest
On the pitch,
close to that 10-yard line. And Jenkins came up. Rose was there for Ripley. And also in on the play for the Vikings was Cameron Good. Good's had an interesting week. He golfs for Ripley. And he was the winner of a match with Spring Valley and Ravenswood this week at Green Hills Country Club.
Correction, timeout Ripley. That's their final timeout of the first half.
Tonight's Smile Cam is brought to you exclusively by Kolaski Orthodontics, where your perfect smile begins. Well, I think a lot of people are smiling tonight, Kenny, as Ravenswood and Ripley get back together in football.
Well, if you're Ripley and you're looking at the scoreboard, you should be smiling. Although it could be much, much worse for Ravenswood with all the penalties which have wiped some scores off the board.
Winter is coming. I mean, it's a long way off, but your lovely wife, Claire, is by your side and she's knitting. And is that a sweater for later this football season?
I think it's a blanket for, it's a gift. Are you knitting a gift for someone? Is that what you're doing? Oh, this is for you. Oh, I'm sorry. She's knitting something for her. She knits. She does give a lot of gifts, so they're beautifully knitted. This is a scarf. What is it? A stole? It's a stole, and it's beautiful. The play-by-play guy brought you up. I was just talking about it. He's the Hall of Famer. What he says, I do.
Halftime report coming up. Sponsored by the Huntington Mall around the schools. Downtown Scholar Athletes of the Week. Stats and highlights. Vannest, a highlight himself here as he gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Ravenswood on the board.
You know, that 4-yard run by Vannest kept him in business because that kept them in reasonable range right on third down. And then Ripley calls it timeout to gather, and then that allows that to happen. I don't know. Maybe let the clock run if you're Ripley. In hindsight, that's easy to say, but that gave Vannest a chance, who's obviously been their workhorse. It gave him a chance to catch his breath, and you see the result.
11-yard run by Vannest. Our touchdown sponsored by the University of Rio Grande. And Hupp with his second extra point in what is his second attempt as a high school football player. Here's the touchdown, Kenny.
Well, look, Vannest has been the workhorse. He's just giving second and third effort. And Ripley gifted him with that because they gave him a blow with the timeout. He had a chance to gather himself, and he puts it in the end zone. So 17-7, best possible result from the 10-minute mark for Ravenswood. Remember, they were reeling. Ripley just scored. They had the ball on their side of the 35-yard line. They go for it instead of punting it away. Get a couple breaks in there. You get a fumble, and then you get another fumble late. So Ripley is helping out the calls. You get a muff punt, and you get a fumble, but they've certainly taken advantage of it. And then offense, that's a nice drive. But again, helped by the unsportsmanlike penalty. The encroachment you can deal with. 2 in a row, you hate it, but it's 10 yards. But when you take your helmet off, and you get a little angry, that's another 15, and then that's what put that drive in scoring position. Put him in the red zone.
So Austin Vannest there, Kenny. So years from now, who scored that first ever touchdown for Ravenswood on the new turf? Austin Vannest.
They'll never take that away from him.
Our scoring summary sponsored by Mark A. Hunt and Associates, the Kanawha Valley's premier personal injury law firm. It was 4 plays, 32 yards, 2:01 off the clock. Vannest, 11-yard touchdown run, and Caleb Hupp, he's a soccer player. Good job last week punting, helping flip the field. Under a minute to go here in this first half.
The advantage with the timeout and the quick score by Ravenswood is that Ripley now has about a minute that they can, cook a little bit here with gas. They've got to get a nice return, secure the football. No, you don't need heroics. You'll take them, but you don't need them because that offense has obviously shown its big strike capability as long as they don't shoot themselves in the foot.
The two talented players are back in Jenkins and Keller, and Hupp squibbing that one. Keep it out of the hands of Keller and Jenkins, and scooped up there by the up back for the Vikings was Mason Gandy. Gandy plays defense and also a kicker.
That eliminates the big return, but it gives them decent field position. On the plus side for Ravenswood, Ripley burned its last timeout with that timeout just before the Vannest touchdown. So if they're going to do something here with 56 seconds to go, they're going to have to do it without any timeouts.
Ralphie Rhodes made the stop and
timeout. Peary saw something he didn't like.
Second charge timeout of the first half. The Red Devils have one remaining.
So the Vikings will talk it over, and again, two first-year head coaches working game two of their respective careers here. What a shot there of Spano, Taylor Stadium at Flynn Field. And completed in 1921, and before that, they played on the baseball field, City Park, which is right behind us here, Kenny. A little improvement to the field until 1947, and they added bleachers and really basically built a brand new stadium in 1948 here on this property. Tonight, playing the first game with the beautiful turf.
The best things they've done, they got rid of the old press box.
Yeah, it was a press box that was run for many years by the late Jamie Robinson, and I mean, if you were hungry, that was the place to be. Vannest coming in, and Pritt will have to get rid of it. Oh, Vannest shot through there like a rocket.
The pressure being brought by number 1, Austin Vannest of Ravenswood.
I'd say he's making an impact on both sides of the ball. How's that for observation? Stating the obvious.
Ripley leads the series. They have 44 wins, 44 Ravenswood, 4 ties along the way. Ripley has won the last 7 in this series. An all-time win streak by Ravenswood, 1969 through 76. So Ripley trying to tie it here. Ripley had one other stretch of 7 straight wins, but couldn't get to that 8th. Here's Pritt. Launching, looking, and trying to get it into the hands of his brother, Connor Pritt. It's twice down this game. Big brother's gone to little brother, but they haven't been able to hook up.
Well, little brother had a step on the defender, so I'm not going to put that one on little brother. Needed just a bit more air under the football because the receiver had him by a step. And when you play man-to-man like they play, you get a corner out there on an island. There's nowhere to hide.
Pritt guns and in the direction of Keller, and that will fall short.
Good pressure. Forced that throw early.
Ravenswood's playing a little pep in its step right now, Kenny.
Well, they should. I mean, obviously they're still down, but they've got something positive going. It's much easier to play, energized defense when, Vannest takes it 11 yards into the end zone.
Matthew Perry spent 5 seasons at Roane County. Look at Keller there, who will go back to punt. And again, this young man with just a powerful right leg.
If you can't secure that football, stay away from it. Do not give Ripley an opportunity to get the ball back.
And that is blocked. Burt got a piece of it. Good pressure by the Red Devil special teams. And Ravenswood will have the ball in Ripley territory with 35.9 on the clock.
It's a great opportunity. Ravenswood is not built for this. That doesn't mean they can't score with a long pass. They can't score with some type of trickeration. They can't score with some type of misdirection or just bust a play loose, but they're not built for big strikes. So let's see what happens in the last 36 seconds.
Curtis will drop back to take the snap from Sook. And he'll hand it to Vannest. And Vannest still on his feet. Vannest. Hard running by Austin Vannest. Stopped there by Phil Y'all. Well, we mentioned it's the 50-year anniversary for Ravenswood 74 team that went 10-0. It was the first year they were in AAA, and they made the playoffs. Playoffs were 4 teams back then. They lost to Walter Easley and Stonewall Jackson at Laley Field. The great Joe Jellick had 29 tackles in that game for Ravenswood. And for Ripley, 35th anniversary of Frank Marino's 10-0 team that lost to Brook. And that's the only undefeated team in school history for Ripley. And there's Ryan Simon, first year for the Vikings. His older brother, Billy, was a 2-time state champ at Ripley. Older sister, Nikki, was the featured twirler for Ripley High for 4 years. And Marshall's featured twirler for 4 years. And Kenny Skeen, his stepbrother, was on that undefeated team. There's Matthew Perry, former Red Devil.
Ryan's family looked at him and said, what have you done lately with all those accomplishments?
Matthew Perry, again, we said he spent 5 years, 5.5 seasons really, got there for winter weightlifting with Paul Burdett, who's done a sensational job guiding the program at Roane County High School. 8-3, 11-1, 9-2. And he also was part of the turf project there at Roane County. So he got a little taste of not having to line the field.
That's the Raiders, right?
I'm going to forget you said
Roane
that.
County Raiders? I can't call them the Rangers. They get angry with me now.
Curtis rolls. Curtis unleashes. And Richards, the intended receiver, broken up by the Vikings. Jenkins was there for Ripley. Casto was in on the play.
Numbers are not in their favor, Mark. They're keeping so many people in to block to make sure he's got time. They rolled him out to the right. He threw into double coverage, but he had no choice. It's not like there's a plethora of options out there for him to just find a receiver. He's throwing under duress, and he threw right into double coverage. And you might take a shot. I think it's great, but it's going to be very difficult.
Caleb Parsons also in on the play there. Burgess stays in for the Red Devils. Curtis sets up, and Curtis is decked. And Casto comes up with the football.
So that's the danger, Mark. You go 4 wide because you're trying to take a shot downfield. You don't have the extra protection, and Ripley is bringing the house. And he had no time, no chance at all. Watch, they got 4 wide. 3 guys are right there. And one of those guys picks up the football.
Carter Neal coming up with the blow there. Now Ripley.
Great recovery by Casto. Right place, right time.
1st and 10 for the Vikings.
15.8 showing on the clock.
At their own 44-yard line.
Well, they're obviously not satisfied. They're not going to take a knee. They've gone out wide, throw it downfield, get a coin toss play.
Britt drops back. Guns it in the direction, and the catch is made there by Jenkins.
I'd like to see that again, although it's not going to matter. They're out of timeouts. No, they had 1 left, I guess. Well, they stopped for the first down. I'd like to see that again, though, because I thought his knee was down when he caught the football.
I did too. Jenkins, Britt rolling out there. First down, let's stay focused. Don't drive distracted. First down from the West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Program.
Here's the pass. Now, he may have just knelt down and not touched the turf. It was the far side of the field. He was down.
Timeout, Ripley Vikings. That's their 3rd and final charge timeout of the first half.
3rd appearance.
Great work by the camera crew. Great shot on that, guys.
Tell you what, just looking at the pictures here, is you see that play there by Ripley, and so the Vikings will get another stab at it here.
Well, but they should be a few yards back because his knee was down. So that's just, it's Not the end of the world, at the end of the day, but what if he gets up and runs it in?
Ravenswood did a nice job there recovering and getting him. And as Connor Pritt's going to come to the near side, along with Cody Lawrence. Keller and Jenkins wide to the far side. Casto in the backfield here.
But even rushing just 3 on that last play, they forced him out of the pocket to that right side roll. That eliminated the throws downfield, forced it to be here in the mid-range. So that was good defensive coverage in the backfield.
We're now seeing 4 seconds remaining. Ripley would like to put a dagger here. Matthew Perry and his crew got a little bit of momentum right now. Great scene here in Ravenswood for the hatchet battle. Pritt steps up, launches.
Knockdown.
And that will do it.
The pass intended.
Hadn't played since 2020. Ravenswood and Ripley back at it in the battle for the hatchet, the football championship of Jackson County, and a special Thursday edition of our Parmar Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week presented by Eyewitness Sports. Stay with us. Coming up, we have our Huntington Mall halftime report. 17-7 here at the break. Hannah Klein going to chat here with Matthew Perry, the head coach of the Red Devils. Hannah, take it away.
Ticket number.
Emotions going into tonight's games on both sides of the ball. What's going through your head right now?
I was proud of how we rebounded there late in the second quarter. Didn't come out we wanted to, forced a field goal, which was great by our defense, but then giving up too many chunk plays. Casto kid's a ball player, Pritt's a ball player. We got to get better wrap-up defensively.
What adjustments do you hope to see in that second half?
It's starting with tackling and reading our keys and getting there. We're getting sucked down inside at our edge. Got to do a better job fighting outside and on offense. It's there. We just got to trust it. We got to keep running our stuff.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. Mark, go ahead and send it back to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Hannah. And we look forward to lots from you in the second half. Coming up, our Huntington Mall halftime report. The Huntington Mall, a destination for dining and entertainment. We have hit the break here in our Parmar Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week presented by Eyewitness Sports. It's Ripley 17, Ravenswood 7.
Well, we're here at the Huntington Mall, one of the sponsors for Friday Night Rivals, and I'm actually here with Margie Valdez. She's the marketing director here at the mall. And you should tell me, this has been multiple years in a row. How awesome is it to be back?
It's great to be back. You know, I love all the local high schools and the students and the families that come here to the mall. So to be able to support this again is a really great thing.
And I know here at the mall, you guys have been expanding these last few months as well.
Yes, we've got so many new exciting additions we want people to come and check out, especially Dave & Buster's. You know, it's just a great place. What is it, to eat, watch, and play? Yep.
Awesome. Well, anything else you want to add? I always really want to focus on the community.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we do so much here at the mall, and if everybody wants to just visit huntingtonmall.com, we have events listed up through November now. Gotcha. So, yeah, we got a lot going on.
Awesome, Margie. Well, I appreciate you, and more Friday Night Rivals coming up after this. $500 going directly to the school. How important is this?
Oh, it's incredible. We're proud to receive this money, and we'll talk to AD Coach Swain, and he's our baseball coach also, and we'll see what we can use the money best for.
Awesome. And I know that $500 is going directly to the school. I know it's a lot of money, and there was that new field that was put in back in May. How awesome is it knowing that this can go towards anything?
It can, and that's why we'll talk to Coach Swain. He's been here a long time. We may need some help with the groomer, just a variety of reasons we could use the money for.
Well, I appreciate you. And again, this was a halftime interview brought to you by Big Sandy Superstore.
All right, Hannah, thank you so much. And many thanks to Principal Bill Heiss, his great staff here at Ravenswood, and outstanding athletic director and baseball coach Wes Swain. There are the first half numbers. First downs, the Vikings with 8, the Red Devils with 7. Rushing yards, 122 for Ripley, 21 for Ravenswood. Passing yards, sizable advantage there. Devils still trying to net some yardage there. 197 to 21. The total yards. Penalties have been a bugaboo for the Vikings. 9 for 91 yards. Ravenswood dominating the time of possession, but sometimes that can be a bit misleading. Will be Ripley receiving the second half kickoff, our OVP Health kickoff. Stats provided by attorney Pat Jacobs, who has over 40 years of experience successfully representing injured and disabled clients throughout the state of West Virginia. Caleb Hupp will tee it up for Ravenswood. Pritt 5 of 9, 75 yards through the air for Ripley. Casto has 104 yards on the ground, 9 carries. Curtis 0 for 4. Vannest leads Ravenswood in rushing, 16 carries, 44 yards.
Hard-earned yards.
Our OVP Health kickoff to get this second half underway, and Hupp will squib it, and Jenkins will chase it down, and the ball is still loose. And at the 24, that's where Ripley will start it out. Well, Kenny, what's your thoughts here as we get set for this second half?
Well, I see on the first play of the second half, what I've seen through the first half, Ripley's going to have to do some extra practice on ball possession. Fall on the ball, get the ball, keep the ball. Both teams have been a little loose with the football. Ripley can't be unhappy with how it played. It really dominated the first half, but penalties wiped out 2 touchdowns, and something that could be a much bigger lead is a comfortable 17-7 lead, but nowhere near what the Vikings could have had.
Pritt handing it off to Casto, who darts for a couple.
Casto, the ball carrier, left side.
Burgess in on the stop there for Ravenswood, along with Daniel Patton. 2 guys that each had 7 tackles a week ago.
A little bit of a hurry up for Ripley.
And Jenkins comes out wide here to the near side. Cooper Durst is in the backfield along with Casto. Casto gets the call, and Casto shakes one tackler and then gets it to the 30-yard line, and then he drew a host of black jerseys. Sook in on the tackle. We mentioned that Ravenswood came out. They warmed up in the red jerseys, and then they came out and donned the black jerseys.
Kind of hoping they come out in the red for the second half.
Keep it interesting. All right, 3rd down 4. Football at the 30. Cooper Merritt is the center for Ripley. Fine junior. Pritt fires, catch made by Carter Neal. First down Vikings as Carter Neal gets it to the 39-yard line. 9-yard pickup by the outstanding junior tight end.
That drag across the middle has been open all night. When they've had time to throw it, watch this. He's just dragging across the middle. He's got 3 steps. Easy toss, easy catch. And Ripley's in business with another first down.
Results in a stayed focus. Don't drive distracted first down for the West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Program. And roaming down the highway, down the field, Casto, maybe a touchdown saving tackle made by Phelps. Big chunk there for Casto.
The speed, just pops it outside. Tries to get the stiff arm. Nice defense in bringing him down, but in Casto's, he's just been a load all night.
He goes from the 40 to the 40. Again, he was over 100 entering this second half. A story about Cooper Merritt, the center, as they hand it off to Casto, and he grinds for a couple. Cooper Merritt was a tight end. They decided, let's put this kid at center. His father, Dwayne Merritt, was an outstanding offensive lineman at Ripley. His father, Tim, or his uncle Tim, his father's brother, was a starting offensive lineman on the 1977 Ripley team that ended that 8-game losing streak against the Red Devils at Memorial Stadium, what was Frank Marino's first year as Ripley's head coach. Pritt will fake it and keep it. And Pritt will race for close to first down yardage. Chase Sook will bring down the Viking quarterback. And that is a first down. Stay focused. Don't drive distracted. First down from the West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Program here at beautiful Spano Taylor Stadium at Flynn Field.
I like what they're doing. Ripley has come out. They're dealing. They come out, a little bit of hurry-up offense, no huddle. They're just getting in a tempo offense, and they've got Ravenswood back on the heels a little bit.
Pritt takes the snap, gives it to Casto. Casto, ball is loose. Pritt will fall on it at the 30, and it's still loose.
It's got to be Ripley's ball, right? Because didn't he have possession? He was on the field.
They'll unclog it here. A fight for it with Pritt.
Well, Pritt had it when he was on the field. So unless he never had possession, unless he never established possession, but if he had possession while he's laying down the field, even if the ball pops out, it's his. Should be a dead ball.
Jessup Perry comes up with the football.
Nice play, and we don't know.
Yeah, the hit was made by Brandon Crow, and that popped it loose.
Well, he evidently never had possession because the official was right there. If he'd been on the ground and he established his possession of the ball, the play's over. So the officials rule he obviously didn't have possession of the ball. The play continued, and Ravenswood comes up with a big turnover.
Now they'll give it to Vannest. I'm not sure, Kenny. It seemed like Vannest didn't really get a good grasp of that football when he was taking it from his quarterback, Curtis.
That's been a continuing theme of the night. Ball security from both teams has been a little questionable. Ripley especially has been hurt by it.
Again, Ravenswood has yet to complete a pass, and not the forte. There was a game last season. Curtis threw it 32 times against South Harrison.
That hard count again. Nice to see everybody keeping their cool.
We have a dead ball encroachment on Ripley Vikings.
As we go along here in the second half, we'll have some great hatchet pictures from years past of games that have been played in that 8-game winning streak by Ravenswood. Started in 1969 at Memorial Stadium in Ripley after Ripley had pulled a big upset the year before here in this Ohio River City. Vannest grinding for yardage and gathers a crew there. Sam Varney in on the play. Carter Neal was there. Ethan Kay.
Carter Neal as well as Samuel Varney.
Ripley's controlled this game. Ripley's had complete control of this game. But if you continue to mess around with the football and you keep putting it on the carpet and you don't take advantage of touchdowns just going, they keep getting called back, and you let Ravenswood hang around. Let's suppose something happens here where they keep the ball, they drive it down, they get a punt, they get a fumble, maybe get a quick touchdown, and bang. Now it's 17-14 in a game that Ripley has dominated. Not going to say it's going to happen, but even the realm of possibility should be frustrating for the Vikings.
Elijah Huppman's in the game for Ripley on the defensive side. Vannest takes the football to the 39-yard line. See where they spot it. I think he's going to be
a little short.
Bit short.
Wouldn't surprise me if he goes for it.
You're here in the Ohio River town, Riverboat Gambler.
Well, why not?
I mean, Perry did it earlier in the game.
What skid is Ravenswood riding? They've lost 7 in a row, 8 in a row. 7 in a row. Well, you got to lose. You're playing your arch rival, at least your historic rival. It's the battle for the hatchet. You're unveiling the new turf. Yeah, let's roll the dice. Your running game's been effective. It's less than a yard. Let's see what happens.
Full house backfield, but I think the Devils move this time.
Yeah, that's unfortunately what can happen. Devils are trying to get the encroachment call, but everybody from Ripley's pointing the other way. Not this time, fellas.
Unfortunate for Ravenswood, and that will bring on Hupp.
That was a great opportunity because they get a first down, you get a new set of downs, you're down to 7 minutes in the third quarter, and if you keep driving, things get interesting. But that's just a fatal error there.
Ball at the 33 for Vannest to snap it back to Caleb Hupp.
Ravenswood's felt unsettled in this half so far.
Well, bad snap, but good job.
Great kick.
Jenkins will gather it in, and Jenkins will be stopped there. Good pursuit by Ravenswood. Jacob Simmons comes down and takes Jenkins to the ground. Ripley with the football when we return here on FNR.
Official game that the turf has been played on, and I'm here with the superintendent for Jackson County Schools. Now, you have to tell me, this has been in the making for quite a while, huh?
It has, and what a wonderful facility. I mean, I consider it one of the best facilities in the state of West Virginia, from the mural coming in to the wrought iron gate. There's no tracker on this field, so it really makes it a personal experience for a football Thursday night.
And I know a lot of people, when they were walking into the stadium, they were really excited, to see this new turf. And this is really changing the area altogether.
Oh, most certainly. Today, I visited Ravenswood High School, and we had flag football going on during PE class. So little things like that make such a difference in the community and within our school.
Definitely. Awesome. Well, I appreciate you. And, guys, I'll go ahead and send it back.
Fullback and linebacker for Frank Marino. He was an All-Stater, All-State in baseball, Athlete of the Year at Ripley High School, went to Marshall, was part of some great teams there with Bob Pruitt and the Thundering Herd, and he's come back to Jackson County. Was the superintendent of schools in Wood County, and now back in Jackson County. He's been Ripley's principal one time, and great things in the education world. Here's Casto shedding a tackler, and Casto with a nice piece of running there. Got away from Daniel Patton and moves the chains. Nice pickup, Kenny, to start the drive.
Yeah, he had him pinned back, inside the 20-yard line, and just not a very good effort on the tackle. Didn't kind of a whiff and able to get outside and get a first down.
Hupp had a 37-yard punt. But a big gain by Casto. And boy, nice move there by Casto. And just weaves his way through traffic. And Casto finally going to be tossed to the turf at the 41-yard line. But not before he picks up another first down. First downs sponsored by the West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Program. A stay focused, don't drive distracted first down. 16-yard gain. Phelps made the stop. Pritt handing it to Casto. Casto looking for yardage, finds a hole, and Casto still on his feet. Bobby Richards, the third, will take him down at the 41-yard line. Boy, another big chunk. So we saw him earlier go from the 40 to the 40, this time from the 41 to the 41.
Keep feeding that horse. He's going to run. Keep giving him the football.
Injured player on the field for the Vikings, who are blessed to have one of the outstanding trainers in all of West Virginia, and Steve Lowe, who is also the athletic director. You know, we had a picture of Will Hassefluke blocking. He was blocking for Jeremy Buffington, who was an outstanding running back at Ripley. Jeremy Buffington's father, Steve Buffington, was a great player here at Ripley, or at Ravenswood, went on to play at Glenville State College, played in a big NAIA playoff game at Ripley, and helped lead Glenville into the national championship. Well, Steve Buffington, one of the all-time great athletes, Ravenswood, all-time, all sports, track and field, wrestling, football. He's in the Hall of Fame here for football at Ravenswood. But he's also in Ripley's Football Hall of Fame because he was the athletic trainer for so many years. And he had a 34-yard touchdown run in the 69 game that started that 8-game winning streak. And I said, you know, Steve, did you ever think when you ran for that touchdown that sealed the deal that one day you'd be in Ripley's Football Hall of Fame as well?
Probably not, I would guess. Mark, I'm starting to think that Jackson County is the cradle of football. With everybody you mentioned is a great player. They did this, they did that. I mean, you're just reeling off these. My eyes. You're just reeling on. No, I'm certain they were. Maybe this is where football began.
All right, Casto takes the handoff and carves his way to the 35-6-yard gain there for Ripley.
Casto's knocking on 200 yards. 18 carries, picked up 6 there, so he's averaging more than 10 yards a carry. I mean, he's having a night.
Played alongside of his brother last season, Connor, who was a pretty good wide receiver. He's a good track guy. He's at West Virginia Wesleyan. Pritt to Casto. And a little stiff arm there, and down goes Casto. Brandon Crow stayed with him there, Kenny.
Very little stiff arm. Nice effort, but Crow a little bit too tough on the defense. But Casto's earning his check this week. 18 rushes, 190 yards, now 19 rushes. Give him a couple of yards on that one. So he's quickly approaching 200 yards, and I think he's carried the ball every play on this drive.
He has.
Keep feeding him, right?
$18 carries, make it 19. And taken down there by Chase Sook. Casto gets the first down. Tonight's closed captioning is exclusively brought to you by the Masters Law Firm, helping West Virginia's personal injury victims since 1974. Fresh set of downs for the Vikings of Ripley. Another Governor's Highway Safety Program first down. Pritt now wanting to throw, unleashes, and what a snag by Carter Neal.
It was well covered. The defender was right off his hip, but he put the ball exactly where he had to put it. He put it low and left, and that allowed only the receiver to have a shot at it, and he made the catch. So it wasn't bad defense. It was just nice ball placement, great hands, cut those with his hands and brought him into his body.
Just the way they teach you. And football at the 21-yard line. Pritt will keep. Pritt looking for the end zone, going to be taken out inside the 10, so they're in the Glenville State University red zone.
So Casto hasn't carried the ball the last 2 times, right? Still valuable. Did the fake to Casto before the pass. The fake to Casto as he goes out to the left, that cleared out the entire right side for the run. So even when he doesn't get the football, he's been so effective, they have to pay attention to him.
And now give it back to Casto, and Casto sees daylight. Casto sees the end zone.
Well, you have to do that. You have to reward the guy. You get inside the 10-yard line, you got to give him the ball, and he comes outside, and that has to be a frightening look for a defensive back. You're standing in the end zone. You have 2 white shirts coming at you with Casto with the ball. I don't like your chances to stop him, so he goes into the end zone untouched.
Touchdowns this season sponsored by the University of Rio Grande. There's something special about Rio. Here you'll find your place amongst friends and professors who want to see your success. Join the Rio family. So it will be Parsons holding, Neal snapping. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is good. And Ripley back out in front by 17 on the Casto TD jaunt.
Look at this. Good blocking out front and just nominal touches on his shoulder pads as he goes into the end zone. Nice play design, good blocking, great running.
And there is Noah Casto, 3-touchdown night and 204 yards rushing. Vikings on top by 17 here on FNR.
just think it's going to get wiped out by a block in the back that didn't need to happen, that occurred after the ball carrier was past the point of contact.
Jenkins is dangerous, though, isn't he, Kenny, when he gets that?
Well, when you catch the ball in full stride,
yeah.
You've got an open field in front of you. And I wouldn't be dangerous. I'm too slow. But any good returner would be dangerous, and that's exactly what he did. If this is a block in the back, though, just absolutely unnecessary. He did not need the extra help. As they confer about it.
Grant Rhodes and his crew. Todd Lehue, the umpire.
Come on, fellas, it's not algebra. See what we got here.
See if the Micah Grant's working here. Well, we do know it's against the Vikings.
Something bad happened.
Big Sandy Superstore donates $500 to the home school for hosting Friday night rivals, and they are the one-stop shop for all of your home furnishings and appliance needs.
He didn't signal block in the back. He was explaining something, trying to use his microphone to communicate it, but the microphone wasn't on. At least we didn't hear it. But another penalty. The wipes out a 20-yard gain, and here they are, starting at the 45 instead of starting at the 24-yard line. Unless they ruled he made a fair catch, which he did not.
Pritt wanting to set up and throw, and in the direction of Carter Neal. Ball will fall incomplete.
Pritt's pass intended for Neal falls incomplete.
It was an ill-advised pass. You just don't need that at this point. Rolling out, the play was taking a long time to develop. There was triple coverage he threw into, off of his back foot. And just rife for disaster there for Ripley. There's no need for that play. I'm sure they'll talk about that in the film session. That was just a poor decision to throw the football. Trying to make something happen when you don't have to.
Yeah, you know, exactly. Here's Casto, who's made a lot happen tonight, and looking to make more memories here in what will be his one and only hatchet game. And he gets first down yardage.
On the stop for the Red Devils, number 81, Brandon Crow.
Another stay focused, don't drive. Destructive first down for the West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Program. Crow made the stop for Ravenswood. Vikings looking to add to this 24-7 lead in this 89th meeting of Ravenswood and Ripley. Casto straight up the gut.
I like before the snap that Casto is having a continuing conversation with Pritt, and they're talking about stuff, but before this, and whether it's the handoff or the direction or whatever it is, it's working because they're having these conversations, and then good things are happening with him running the football.
Another first down, and here is Casto, makes a move and will be stopped there by Burke as they enter the Glenville State University red zone. Glenville State University prepares and inspires students to be thoughtful, productive, engaged, and responsible citizens who contribute to the well-being of their community, state, nation, and world. Pioneer your future.
Casto just continues racking it up. He's got 239 yards on the night. He's averaging 10 yards a carry. They have had no answer for him. He's been patient. He's been finding his lanes. He's been giving good extra effort. Nice use of the stiff arm most of the night. He's been a big problem for Ravenswood's defense. And that's what you'd expect from a senior, right?
There was a bit of a delay here. Yeah, you are correct, Kenny, and they were measuring there. So they do have first down yardage. First downs sponsored by the West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Program. Cooper Durst in as a wing, along with Casto there in the backfield.
I'm on top of the press box, and I can't see a thing, and I could tell it was a first down from here.
Low snap, Casto grinding his way close to the 5-yard line. Burgess makes the stop for the Devils.
You see the patience? And he's getting the ball, and he's doing it with urgency. John Wooden's greatest quote, "Be quick, but never hurry."
Yep. 376 total yards for Ripley, 18 for Ravenswood. Casto going to turn the corner and lays the boom there on Phelps.
Wow.
Phelps and Casto, a head-on collision there. And Phelps is slow to get up.
Let's hope he gets
so
up
is
all right.
Vannest. Vannest is getting up slow in the end zone.
Well, Casto had several options on that play. And you'll see what I'm talking about. He could have turned left, he could turn right, but instead he decides just to go, right through somebody. And the football's a contact sport. He didn't go with his helmet, didn't leave with his helmet. It didn't look like there. He led with his shoulder, but that was a stiff blow.
Yeah, give Phelps credit. I mean, he stood tall.
He
there.
did. And he stopped the touchdown.
Yeah, tough kid, soccer player. So he's busy at this time of year. Plays for Todd Murray's Ravenswood Red Devil soccer program.
Tells you a lot about Casto. I mean, a lot of running backs, your job is to avoid contact. But he saw an opportunity where he thought he could beat his man one-on-one. Me and you, let's go. They have goal line drills all the time. In practice, you've done hundreds of them. And that was a goal line drill. Showed a lot of confidence in himself. I think we're going to hit the quarter.
Because he was stopped just shy of the end zone, and that will do it. Vikings and Red Devils will change directions here. Away we go to the fourth quarter here in the 89th meeting between Ravenswood and Ripley. Battle for the hatchet on our Parmar Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week presented by Eyewitness Sports. exclusively by Kolaski Orthodontics, where your perfect smile begins. Vikings and Red Devils getting set for the fourth quarter. 89th meeting. Ripley looking for its 45th win in the series, 41st for Ravenswood. Team started playing back in 1919. Hatchet series started in 1955. Harry Marsh and Jim Porter, they came up with the Hatchet idea. Keller in motion. Pritt will hand it to Cooper Durst, and Durst did not get in. Good job by the Devil defense.
Here's a thought. I'm spitballing here. Give it to Casto.
Jessup, Perry, and Sook in on the tackle. Cooper Durst was our scholar athlete for Ripley. Noah Dawson was the scholar athlete for Ravenswood. Pritt turns, hands it to Durst, and Durst will be stopped. Well, he keeps fighting. Cooper Durst trying to grind his way in. I'm back about a yard or so, and then he just kept churning those legs.
That was a long whistle. That was a lot of waiting with not a lot of activity.
Now Sook was there. Perry was there. Denver Kidder was there.
Jessup Perry and 61 Denver Kidder again combined for the stop.
Keller goes wide to the far side. Pritt will turn, and Casto will get into the end zone.
Casto in for the touchdown for Ripley.
I'm not going to say I was right, but
you call, Kenny.
Thanks, Mark. I was right on top of that one. That didn't take Nostradamus to figure out.
Touchdowns this season provided by the University of Rio Grande.
I understand trying to spread it around, and there's nothing wrong with that. But Casto has certainly earned the right to be able to tote that into the end zone.
Keller puts his foot into it and delivers.
Keller's extra point is good for Ripley.
Casto now 26 carries, 247.
4 touchdowns.
7 plays, 44 yards, 158. Our scoring summary. Sponsored by Mark A. Hunt and Associates Attorneys at Law. A 31-7 lead here for the Vikings of Ripley. Great history of this series, and just so many great games, and again, been off the table for 3 years and back on. The white-clad Vikings in the royal blue, and Ravenswood the red and black, playing this first game on the beautiful new turf here at Spano Taylor Stadium at Flynn Field.
It'd be nice for Ravenswood. They could put together a nice drive here. Again, don't necessarily have to score. String together some first downs, burn some clock, get some positivity going into your next matchup.
Keller will bring us to another OVP Health kickoff. Burke and Crow are back deep. Crow took 165 yards against Ravenswood, almost scored. They could use a return like that now. Keller swings his leg, and I'm telling you what, Kenny, into the end zone on the high school scene. That's not too shabby.
A quality kicker in that young man.
At their own 20-yard line.
Just a sophomore. Next week we'll be at University of Charleston Stadium at Laley Field. The Riverside Warriors, the Capital Cougars. You got two East Bank High School graduates going head-to-head in that one. Heath Huffman, new head coach at Riverside. John Carpenter has returned to Capital.
Interested to see how John's going to do this season. Obviously had great success in his first go-around there. And Capital's been struggling. Capital, of course, a traditional power in the Mountain State. Be interested to see what he does this time around.
Well, they've made a lot of changes to that venue as the state championship games. There'll be 4 this season. Will be returning to Charleston. Vannest gets the call.
Vannest has been the best medicine for Ravenswood all night. Been running hard, churning out first downs. And sure, it's taken 3 and 4 downs. That's all right. It's positive yardage, and he's still running hard. So I've been very impressed with him.
Devin Rose made the stop. Curtis turns, and Bobby Richards III will be put to the turf by Carter Neal.
Wearing the ball, number 44, Bobby Richards. On the tackle, number 9, Carter Neal.
That's what happens when you turn a 6'6", 225-pound end loose. Coming up from the linebacker position. Just popped out to the outside and was, standing there going, hello.
Get a couple out wide to the near side. Curtis will look to throw. Flag is down.
Motion.
Burke.
Had a motion penalty there, Mark. The wide receiver wasn't set on the near side, I think.
Well, they get the completion, but it's going to come back.
Illegal shift. Yeah, the outside receiver on the near side was not set. You could tell he was moving at the snap. That's unfortunate because that was a nice little quick out, a little square out they used to call it. I don't know what they call it now, but back in the day it was a square out. That was positive yardage, but it's going to be even more difficult now because now you're against the chains.
3rd down and 8. Football at the 17-yard line.
I'm going to go a little bit more than 8. I don't think the board is caught up yet.
Yeah, we're behind.
Yeah, we're behind. I'm looking at 3rd down and 13, I think. They're saying 14 officially.
Curtis under center. Pitch it to Vannest, and Vannest banging around, but drawing the crowd.
Austin Vannest on the carry for Ravenswood.
It's just about all you can ask for at this point from Vannest.
Yeah.
On the tackle.
Vannest has been busy.
56, yeah.
Go ahead.
1 TD.
Mm-hmm. He's been the workhorse, obviously, and he's earned he's been getting hit hard. Everything he's earned tonight. How many of those yards, Mark, came in the open field?
Yeah, not many.
No.
Kay made the tackle. Hupp will kick yet again here. He's done a nice job. Lifting it high again, and that'll take a roll. And Phelps, who took that big lick from Casto, he'll down it there.
Good to see him back out. It's tough.
Well, how about 2 for the price of 1 tonight? You get 2 trophies in this game. Our Champions of the Game trophy, provided by Tri-State Trophy and the Old Hatchet.
I'm sure that our Champions Trophy will be loved and respected through the years, as it should be, because it's a big win on FNR. But somehow I think maybe, just maybe, that the Old Hatchet might be a little shinier, maybe a little bit in the front of the trophy case. Oh, Hannah knows which one. She was going to pick up the old Hatchet.
Well, there's been laughs through the years that Dan Carney, who typically is our red hat, as a flag comes out, and Pritt will be taken down there by Vannest and company. is that one year we were promoting it, and Dan did a little scoop and score with the trophy right in mid-shot. All right, so flag comes out. See what Grant Rhodes has to tell us here.
Luckily, I know with Dan's speed, he was no threat to get away with the trophy. His speed is he only exceeds one person, and that would be me.
Legal motion on the Ripley Vikings.
Motion penalty against the Vikings here.
Well, the theme for Ripley is going to be cleaning it up. When they look at this film, they're going to look at the missed opportunity after missed opportunity after missed opportunity because of just silly, unnecessary penalties.
"12 penalties, 106. Pritt, I'm not sure what the situation was there, but 11 is tackled by Burgess.
This is I think we did the wrong thing play. That is not the way they drew it up. And I believe there might have been a pitch that was coming or maybe even some type of shovel pass, and the running back was very quickly going out the lead block, and he left something behind.
Tonight's closed captioning is exclusively brought to you by the Masters Law Firm, helping West Virginia's personal injury victims since 1974. Here is Casto, and Casto finding daylight. And finding the end zone. 70 yards.
And are you ready? No flags.
No flags.
Although a big lick was taken during that run from behind by one player to another, but it was a Ravenswood player who was hitting a Ripley player.
And now he's over 300, 318.
28 carries, 5 TDs. That's a night. Think he'll remember his only hatchet game?
Keller, I think you're right, Kenny, looking to add the extra point, and he does. There's something special about Rio. Here you'll find your place amongst friends and professors who want to see your success. Join the Rio family. And Casto putting his name in hatchet lore here on this Thursday night. Back in a moment on FNR. Well, Ravenswood's won a few championships, Kenny, 4. And nice display of those trophies a few years back when Mick Price was coaching here. They celebrated 100 years of football. Matt Peary was on that team. And there is the great Fred Taylor. That's after the 75 game, and his team was on that stretch. And Frank Marino, the late head coach of the Vikings, my coach the last 2 years, he ended that 7-game losing streak there in 77, won that game in 86, and that led to the first year in which the Vikings would make the playoffs, went to Morgantown and knocked off Martinsburg, and hopefully capturing a hatchet many years under Coach Marino and Fred Taylor. And tell you what, some great battles between those gentlemen, and just a lot of history in this series. And here tonight, Kenny, 2 guys that get to coach their first game for the red and black and the blue and white.
By the way, those pictures from the personal collection of Mark Martin from his photo albums. No one enjoys a good hatchet picture like Mark.
447 total yards for Ripley tonight. Not
too bad, but what's the other side of that coin?
21 for Ravenswood.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Keller. And Crow will get a chance here. Out over the 10, the 15, gallops to about the 20-yard line.
Number 81, Brandon Crow.
Our OVP Health Kickoff, formerly Ohio Valley Physicians, in business since 1999.
On the start for the Vikings, number 30, Kendall Butler.
You want to get to this point of the game, you want to see anybody get hurt. You don't want to see any silly injuries. You want to get out clean. It's been a pretty clean game for the most part. And when you get rivals, you never know, but these guys have kept their composure for the most part. Proud of them. They haven't played in a while. So it's good to see that.
Curtis pitching. Vannest dodges one would-be tackler, and Vannest, I'm going to tell you what a piece of running by that young man to the 30-yard line.
I like the way he battles.
Yeah.
It is hard not to be impressed. Every time he gets the football, Mark, he is a marked man. There are no easy yards in his totals, and he keeps bringing it with 5.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Well done.
23 carries, 65 yards. Mason Filial and Kyler Fisher finally got him down after a 9-yard gain. Curtis handing it to Vannest. Got the first down, and then he will be taken down. Keller slowed him down, and Weston Brown Jr. came in to finish it up, but that will be a first down for the Red Devils. They stay focused, don't drive, distracted. First down from the West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Program.
I think that was the most daylight he has seen this evening.
Yeah, no.
And still took a lick at the end of the run.
And the ball up now to Burgess, and Burgess will burst to midfield, and Burgess 12 on that play. Let's see, they're going to mark it at the 49. So Burgess produces another West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Program first down.
Little change up there. Give him the fastball with Vannest. And you throw the four-seamer there right up the middle. Nice gain. Good call. Ravenswood's cooking with gas.
Handed off to Vannest, who slices on the left side.
About 3.5, 4 yards. Hard-earned forward progress.
Elijah Huffman got the tackle there for Ravenswood.
Ripley's defensive line is stout. Everything Ravenswood has earned on the ground, especially because Ripley knows they're coming. When we know what you know, but we know what you know that you're doing, and you're still gaining some yards. That's a credit to the offensive line in the backs, because that defensive line is coming hard.
Handed off to Burgess, who makes a nice move there. And then will be brought to the turf. Wrapping him up was Ryan Campbell.
Coming off a little tender, but that was a nice game. Let's hope he's okay. There's a little bit of a ding there.
Matthew Perry bringing in the signals. Third down and 1 for the 41. Curtis handing it off, and this is Patterson, the freshman.
Over the run, Ravenswood's number 45, Cameron Patterson.
Patterson's a guy that Matthew Perry says he's going to be a good one when all is said and done. Big Sandy Superstore donates $500 to the homeschool for hosting Friday Night Rivals, and they are the one-stop shop for all of your home furnishings and appliance needs.
Cameron Patterson is 6 foot, 180-pound freshman. So, I mean, he looked good carrying the ball there.
Now it's back to Vannest, and Vannest grinds down to the 21-yard line. Flags coming out. You know, Matt Peary, when he was in high school here at Ravenswood, lost his mother, Patty, suddenly due to a heart attack when he was a junior in the fall of 2013, and said that, you know, Mick Price helped so much. And
Mick's been a huge part of his life. Mick talked about that when he visited with us before the game up here on the press box. Let's see what the flag is.
We've got a personal foul. Face mask on the Ripley Vikings.
So the penalty has been something that Ryan Simon will definitely want to discuss with his team in the film session. And there is Vannest just carrying
I don't know if
jerseys with him.
I don't know if that was a personal foul with attitude. I think you're reaching for the tackle there, and he reached in, but certainly it was a penalty. But I don't think Ripley's going to really cheap there.
So another West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Program first down. Here's Vannest banging and clanging his way to the 5-yard line. So Ravenswood just keeps charging down the field here, trying to get that second touchdown of the night.
You'd like to see hard work and effort rewarded. This game is in hand. Ripley's going to win the battle for the hatchet. Vannest has been a stud. He's been the workhorse for Ravenswood tonight. Be nice if we could cap this off with a TD and a score for his team.
91 yards now for Vannest, 27 carries. And Vannest gets the call again.
Keep feeding him the football. If he's physically able to do it, and, he's tired, you can tell. He's taking a beating. If he's physically able to do it, give him the rock.
Get a piece of the rock, right?
I mean, give it to him. He's earned it. Has anybody else earned it more than this kid tonight? The shots he's taken, the effort he's given?
Given the ball, and Vannest will find his way into the end zone.
Good for him.
Touchdown sponsored this season by the University of Rio Grande, and Vannest gets the TD for Matt Peary's team with 1:10 to go here in the ball game. 29 carries, 97 yards now, and a pair of scores.
Now, I don't want to, I'm not going to equate that to what Noah Casto has done tonight. Noah Casto's had a special evening, 300 yards, 5 touchdowns, etc. But that is great effort. That, when you're getting pounded and you're getting beat and beat up, and you still got the guts to go out there and carry the football, that says something about heart and character.
Yeah. Well, Huppman gets the block of the extra point there by Hupp. Well, he had just clear sailing. But great pictures by our crew here tonight, Kenny, and just a wonderful atmosphere for high school football.
It's been a great evening.
Glad to be with you, partner.
Thank you for letting me come and play. It's been, I think, the first time I've done a football game in 27 years. So it's been a lot of fun. Thank you to Michelle, our executive producer, who's been keeping me on the straight and narrow, and all the guys in the truck. It's been a nice night.
Scoring summary, Mark A. Hunt and Associates, attorneys at law, providing our scoring summaries here. Tim plays 79 yards, 4:55 off the clock.
Exactly that's what the doctor ordered, right? That's not a game-winning drive, but that is a character-building drive. I tell you, Peary will take that, and he will talk about that with his team, and that will be valuable at some point.
Well, he starts out with Williamstown, juggernaut, two-time defending single-A champs and a double-A program starting this season. Ripley is triple-A, and, it's a rivalry game, so
it's tough sledding.
2 challenges to get it going, but playing here on this new turf tonight, it's been neat.
It gets no easier. Their schedule is tough over the next 2 weeks. This is a tough 4-game sled for the Red Devils. But this is also the type of stretch of a season where you can come together or you can fall apart. And Peary's going to keep these guys working to come together and learn and grow from this.
Hupp will send it skyward.
Great effort.
Yep, nice return by Cameron Good.
Number 4, Cameron Good on the return.
That game Good earlier in the week. High school tri-match, Spring Valley and Ravenswood. And to decide who the medalist would be, Ripley won the three-way competition, but they wanted to decide the medalist, so one-hole playoff with Kellen Lucas of Ravenswood, who's a terrific young golfer. His brother, Alex Eastham, a West Virginia State Amateur champion, the superintendent of Green Hills Country Club. And it would be Good coming away victorious with that medalist honor. Stats tonight provided by the Jacobs Law Firm. Attorney Pat Jacobs has over 40 years of experience successfully representing injured and disabled clients throughout the state of West Virginia. We heard from Ravenswood's great mayor, Josh Miller, earlier here tonight. Carolyn Rader, great mayor of Ripley, as Pritt will take a knee. Tonight's streaming sponsor is Jan Deals. We won't take no for an answer. Well, for 1969 through 1976, Ravenswood owned the Hatchet Series. They won 8 in a row under our great friend Fred Taylor. And then the Vikings stopped it. And Ripley's had a pair of 7-game winning streaks, and tonight they will tie that 8-game victorious stretch that Ravenswood had starting in the late 60s up through 76 when they won a state championship.
Well, this is going to be a test for Ravenswood. You know, they start off with Williamstown. Now they go to Ripley in the Battle of the Hatchet, which is an extremely important game for both communities. Now they've got Wahama coming up in 8 days. And, the White Falcons have been tremendous over the past several years. And after that, Doddridge County. So these first 4 games are a big test for a new coaching staff. A team is trying to turn the corner. I'll tell you what, after seeing this tonight and seeing the effort, you can't fault the effort. You can't fault the scheme. I mean, they're a little limited offensively, but that's going to come. First you get the ground game going. That will open up some things in the passing game. Remember, your quarterback's a sophomore. He's going to learn from this. And, they're on the right track. Now, whether they capitalize and move forward will be totally up to them, but they certainly kept the fight going tonight. And Ripley's defensive line and offensive line really dominated the game. And with the running of the Vikings, that was really the tail of the tail.
So the Vikings win at 38-13. We'll come back, bring you our post-game show, our Champions of the Game trophy presentation, and the presentation of the coveted hatchet. It's coming up here on FNR.
The best Thursday night lights and Friday night rivals highlights from across the country.
Trying to get into the end zone, he does. Let's see what happens, never know. And it is caught!
No way!
It's in the end zone! Touchdown! For Stroudsburg, Ethan Dutzik with a North American Warhorse touchdown.
Launches, and that one is going to be picked. Sean Legros. Legros makes a cut. Sean Legros.
Great block. Second down and goal. Quick pass, and now they're going to try the double pass, looking long in the end zone. Is it caught? Touchdown, Jaguars. Touchdown, Dakari Shakes, another People's Bank of Alabama touchdown. And we've got second down and goal inside the 10. Quick pass, over the shoulder. Touchdown. Great kick. His second touchdown of the night, another People's Bank of Alabama touchdown. Boy. And the
Raider wants it all, has a man, it's caught, it's Jay Timmons, who dives across the goal line for an SE Tire touchdown.
With the trophy leading the celebration tonight.
Spano Taylor Stadium at Flynn Field in Ravenswood, the return of the Hatchet game, and it is Ripley victorious over the Red Devils of Ravenswood. Kenny Bass, this was quite a show for Jackson County football.
It was. Let's check out this trophy presentation.
Yeah, we've got Hannah Klein down below with the head coach of the Vikings, Ryan Simon. Hannah, take it away.
Now, Coach, this game is rich in history for the community and also for this team. What does this moment mean?
Oh, it means a lot to me. You know, I've had a lot of family members play in it. We've been successful when I've been involved in it, luckily. But overall, I think the series is 40-49 us, and with 4 ties. So, you know, it's a big deal for our county. You know, it's the only 2 teams we have in the county, so we go head-to-head. It's a big deal. We've been out of this series for 4 years, so to get it back and to win, it's a big deal for me.
And for you, this is your first year as head coach. Describe this moment, hearing this song. What does this mean?
Oh, it's great. You know, I played here. My dad played here. All my kids went here. My son played here. So, yeah, this is a huge deal for me personally, and then I'm just so proud of these guys and what they played tonight.
Coach, now I have 2 awards for you guys. The first one, F&R Champions of the Week. And then the second one, and I think this is the one that everybody's here for, right? Let me hear it for you guys. The hat.
All right, the Vikings. Can't beat getting 1 award at a game. How about 2?
Credit to them for cheering for our trophy. I really like that. That's good job, guys. Of course, you know they're going to cheer for the hatchet, but winning a trophy is a trophy. So, congratulations on the F&R trophy. You deserved it. It was a sloppy game for them at times. The penalties, of course, are something he's going to have to clean up, and the loose relationship that the team had with the football. But other than that, the running attack and the defensive and offensive lines, those are really things you can build on.
Vikings will be at home next week. They will take on Lincoln County. Ravens who are going to face off with the White Falcons of Wahama. And again tonight, our stats provided by attorney Pat Jacobs, who has over 40 years of experience successfully representing injured and disabled clients throughout the state of West Virginia. 23 first downs for the Vikings to 12 for the Red Devils. That rushing yardage, Kenny, 350 to 90. Big game for Noah Casto tonight. Passing yards, 94, really hurt Ravenswood tonight. Just couldn't get anything going there. But on the Red Devil side, offensively, had to be impressed with Austin Vannest.
Well, he had a really nice game, effort game. When they know you're coming, and you're still coming, and you get a couple of touchdowns, you get nearly 100 yards. That's heart, that's effort, that's scheming and blocking, and they managed to do that against a pretty good defensive line. So hats off to Vannest, but obviously Ripley's running attack was really good tonight. But you look at the one stat that just pops it out. You mark 13 penalties for 116 yards. They had 3 turnovers. You've got to clean that up because it's just going to be a tougher road as you go down the schedule. It's going to get harder and harder.
Well, after the 2020 game, they said, well, I'm not going to play this one for a while, and folks in Jackson County weren't exactly happy about it. So after 3 years, back in this 89th edition of the battle for the hatchet, Ravenswood and Ripley. Ripley has now won it 45 times. Final in this one, 38-13.
Full crowd, nice crowd. Both communities came out to support. It's a beautiful venue. It was a great night. A wonderful night of high school football in West Virginia.
Yeah, many thanks to our great crew, Ryan Simon, head coach of the Vikings, Matt Perry and his crew with Ravenswood for all their help in our preparation for tonight's telecast. Kenny, great being with you tonight, my man.
Thank you for the opportunity. It's always a pleasure.
A lot of fun. Our great crew, Hannah Klein on the sidelines. And so we say so long from inside this historic venue, Spano Taylor Stadium at Flynn Field. And in this latest installment of our Parmar Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week, it's Ripley over Ravenswood, 38-13. So for Kenny Bass, Hannah Klein, and our F&R crew, this is Mark Martin. We say so long from Ravenswood here on the campus of Ravenswood High School, and we thank you for watching this edition of the Parmar Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week presented by Eyewitness Sports.